Raiden and Blade Wolf versus Jetstream Sam. Well, we couldn't get away from this guy forever. Yes, it's the return of Jetstream Sam in one of the most nonsensical appearances in history, right in the middle of buttfuck nowhere in the middle of the road. So instead of something dramatic and over-the-top rival styles gloating, instead we get about 30 seconds of dialogue before we decide that we might as well finish this right in the field, right in the middle of this random road in nowhere land. Yeah, we were on our way to catch a rocket ship, can we hurry this up? But I'm sure that if Raiden said that, Jetstream Sam probably would have just rushed and impaled him and chopped off his arm or something overpowered like that. Actually, just to be fair, Jetstream Sam's appearance didn't even need that much buildup. I mean, it would have helped this case, but Sam's been built up so much by his multiple appearances that he needs no introduction like his contemporaries Mistral and Monsoon, both having no characters and the Winds of Destruction only existing because Jetstream is Sam's nickname. The good thing about Jetstream Sam is that I have no doubt that his character is the best thing about this game as a whole. He's relatable, believable, intense, he's got his own ideas, and to top it all off, he's a human being that threw in one of the best pieces of characterization I've ever seen with his combatants have a life outside of the war speech that was able to hit me personally in the feels as a player. And to make it better, the inspiration for Jetstream Sam's arc came from Mega Man 5 with Terra's character. Now, Jetstream Sam took that idea and beat Terra with it, becoming a fully fledged character of his own and one of the best rivals I've ever seen. Fuck you, Pokemon, you do not make friends with your rivals. It's supposed to be like Ash and Paul with budding ideals all the time. You do not make friends with them, and you're not happy to see them. It's wrong. Not only that, but his build-up to this fight outright destroys the boss's build-up in Metal Gear Solid 3, where Jetstream Sam is off to the sidelines just enough to have him be in our minds while not being in the focus. He's a human with relatable and understandable morals and ideals that worked for Desperado. The boss, on the other hand, is the entire focus of her game, and at the end, she isn't built up to be the final boss of the game. She's completely detached herself from humanity, with her battle coming out of scenic nowhere with the only reason for it happening is finishing the mission. It's jarring and nonsensical with her speech telling Big Boss that she has to be killed, no questions asked. And to that I say, no, she could have easily left the situation and lived quietly literally anywhere on the planet and Russia would have moved on just fine. But no, we've got to complete the mission for her ideals, and that's the main problem with the boss at this point, is that she isn't a person, but instead she's a manifestation of her military ideals in human form. Now, Jetstream Sam decided that the best place for their final duel would have been the nearest field now that Sam's employer has fallen apart thanks to the death of Sundowner. This battle in this field is actually as intense as all fuck for coming out of a nonsense interaction with the only reason for it that this battle is actually acting as a passage of knowledge between the two since this is the point of the game where parrying is no longer an optional tool in the bag. It's either you pull it out correctly or you die, and while that is incredibly difficult, requiring probably an initial 5 attempts to just get the timing down, when the final win is going down, this method actually makes for a real intense fight between the two, because there are minimal healing items in this battle, and even then they're in boxes within the field, so grabbing them is a bit tricky and might cost you a couple of hits to actually find them. Thankfully, they aren't proc-gen. And Jetstream Sam is not making this easy for new parry users. Even though the defense system is still as unwieldy, fiddly, and anger-inducingly frustrating as ever, because his attacks include a 4-hit combo that'll daze you if you miss the parry, he gets a jump strike that hurts if not blocked, and in the third phase, he actually gets a triple charge slash that for some reason is actually easily parried because of the timing which acts as a finalization of the skill, being the true knowledge passed down to Raiden. The intensity of the situation only heightened because you need to be aggressive in this battle in order to get the hits in, and that means you will be taking strikes from Jetstream. You just need to beat him in that tactic and get the points with all the minimal healing. But thankfully, when everything's said and done, Jetstream is still getting a character flesh out. It's revealed that Jetstream barely had any cybernetics on him, meaning that he is a greater warrior than Raiden for most of his insane abilities coming from his personal expertise, making him an honorable opponent, and that his trademark electric sword was passed down from his father, and adding in that family factor gives him humanization and reality as a character. And for a final detail to make Sam even more of a lovable character, in the middle of the Senator Armstrong final boss fight, damn, they are really stretching this. His final words from his interaction with Blade Wolf before Raiden even got there shows that Jetstream Sam had respect for his opponent. Both having the same idea of the other being an honorable opponent and that he was prepared for this being their final showdown. two come in and one walks out. And it didn't matter to him who'd win because either way it would have gone down honorably and respectfully. Jetstream released his ID lock on his sword 2 hours after his death, giving Raiden his ultimate respect, and that's the main thing about this guy. He has Raiden's ideals and his perspective, and because of that he respects Raiden, and for that I'll give him my utmost praise as a character. Jetstream Sam came in as the perfect rival scenario, beating down Raiden and showing him that he has a long way to go at the best of the actually Brazilian swordsman. I called him Puerto Rican before, so there you go. And now that we've gone through all these missions, Raiden has only one final thing to learn from Sam, and that's the perfect parrying, and in his mind, Raiden is the ultimate honorable opponent, making his death to the main character mean something, and as such, he's given his sword to Raiden upon his death. Both of them come from a similar mindset and both understand where the other is coming from, and they respect each other for it. Respect is the word of the day, and Jetstream Sam earns his props in these scores. Okay, now that the final Desperado agent is out of the way, we need to get moving to make it to Pakistan in order to save the president. So stay tuned because we're almost to the end of this thing, and finally, here's your victory for gamers.